early because I want to make sure I have sound. And it's been one of those days, dude. My Facebook stopped working. Facebook, my main Facebook account, basically my content's gone. I don't know what the fuck. If somebody did hack it, it's fucking amazing because there's no login. But now my content's like I can't post stories, I can't do anything. So it's just weird. So I'm just trying things early. If you see the stress on my face, it's because it's real. I've been fighting this dumb shit. Dumb shit. So 10 minutes till I get started. I just wanna know something. Something's working today. Something. So I'm gonna hang out, watch for somebody to say, "Hey, Nate, things are good. I can hear you." Just anyone out there. I'll take anything. I don't know what's going on with me today, but nothing's working. So I'm gonna go on in 10 minutes, but if somebody's look, I'm wearing green, so my green is might have to put my jacket on, and then underneath, I definitely got green Yoda. That's not gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work either. What a day. Huh. Is it on? Can you hear me? Who's on there? Who's that person? Can you hear? Maybe this person won't respond. I can't tell by the username, sorry. Just don't hate me. Can you hear me? Testing. Hopefully, we have sound. It'll be one of those days. If I don't have sound, it's just gonna be fun. Alright, people, I'm just trying to see if I have sound. What do you mean there's gotta be a better way? There was always a fucking better way, Neil. I just wanna say yes or no. No sound or yes. No, not. Alright. Thank you. I know there's a better way. Look, there's a better way to do everything I do, okay? Fight you. No, I'm kidding. Thank you, Neil. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna go get my shit together. I'll be back in 6 minutes. If you wanna know what I'm gonna talk about today, I posted the preamble. It's about picking teams. I'm tired of that bullshit, so come back in 6 minutes. I'll get hot and spicy for you. Bring the spicy meatballs tonight 'cause I did a live on TikTok today, so I'm just gonna riff about it continually. See you in 6.
Warning, we say the word fuck. So if that's with your
I just like doing promo, okay? Look, I just like doing
well,
oh, whatever. Deal with it. Just testing things out.
warning, we say the word
This is a different
fuck. So if that matches with your sensibilities,
I told him
you're smacking the party. Nate Baumberger.
too many fuck.
Welcome to the party.
I have a fuck threshold. folks, and I can only go so high. There's just too many fucking intros. The moms, the papas, and the bears like it. I'm sure you know. I hope this somebody else. All right, I'll come back. 4 minutes. You popping in and out again? Damn you! Damn you! Popping in and out. All right. Well, if I'm popping in and out, then that means I gotta turn off some shit. All right. Thank you, Neil. We'll get it. Get it. We'll turn off pop shit. Hmm. I don't know what will happen if I refresh. I'm scared. Tell me if it's popping. Is it popping now? What if I'm standing right close to it? Is it popping when I get here? Does it sound like it's popping now? Is it popping in and out like I'm dancing? Because I was moving around. If I'm moving around now, if I'm not moving, it seems like it might be clear. Still shit? Fuck you. Oh, alright. Well, we got time. We can fix it, I think. Testing. Testing. Alright. Huh. I don't know, man. That's fucking nuts. Fuck with me. The sounds like it doesn't matter if you upload a clip. I don't know what the fucking problem is. It doesn't matter. But thank you for that. Um, it doesn't matter. It says video unavailable. Sorry. So sound is shit. 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 Why is it fucking shit? Okay. I see. I see. I see. Alright. So better now? Is it clear now? I just took the input. I don't know. Fuck. Guess it's gonna sound shitty, guys. Some reason my sound's jacked up again. Mm. That sucks for me. It really sucks for me because it's jumping in and out, and it sucks. I know. There we go. Maybe that's I don't fucking know, guys. Turn that off. Turn that on. Turn that on. I don't know. We have to go with it. I'm gonna take a real quick break, and then I'll be back. I'm just gonna go with it. Okay. So that's fine. We'll go with it. We're fucking doing live. I gotta take a break here real quick. All right. I'll be back. I'm fine. I got 25 seconds to wipe the sweat off my brow. I'll be right back. All right, all right, all right, all right. Give me a second. I'm getting back on. Got all kinds of combobulation going on over here. So give me a second here. We're gonna go live. We're gonna pop it. We're gonna do a little spicy meatball intro. See if we can get going on here. Got Michael, I know it's popping. Uh, da, da, da. Gotta do the intro right so I can cut it right. Mainframe. All right. I know you didn't hear that, but welcome to the party. This is smashing the party. I'm talking about whose team wins, who cares. This is my topic. It always comes down to whose team is winning for some fucking reason. And today I had that conversation, so I'm going to riff about that. And you saw in the preamble, I have a real problem with this. And what I'm talking about is when a good idea comes to the front, it doesn't matter who brought the idea to the forefront. If somebody brings a good idea that turns into legislation that's good for people, good for Americans, it doesn't matter what party. Now, conversely, when a team, when your team, for whatever reason you call it your team, when your party decides to pass shitty legislation, you can't stand by it. You can just line up behind it. So the issue I'm talking about today is one that I riffed on TikTok earlier. And it fires me up because it's one of those things where I don't really care. I don't need to know backstory for certain things to know whether they're bad or good. All right. Where am I going with this? Let me get into it. So I'm having a conversation with somebody today, and there was an indication the TikTok ban came up. And of course, if you've not watched my videos, you know where I stand. Hopefully, you know where I stand on that dumbass shit. It's dumb, stupid, makes no sense. Come, I don't care what you got, PhD, MBA, whatever, security apparatus expert, intelligence service, NSA. Come, bring your argument to me of why TikTok is going to banning TikTok or doing whatever the fuck they're doing is going to save us. That's a whole other topic. So as you can see, I went on a tangent there because it triggers me. It triggers me. Banning anything. It's always stupid. You always know you lost shit when you ban things. You banned it. Even drugs. I'm saying don't ban drugs. Treat them like health issues. I'm fucking consistent. Don't even go there. All right, let's get back to the topic. So the topic of TikTok comes up, and the comment was made by somebody in the group that, well, AOC's behind it. And it was almost like there was people there was a couple folks that didn't know which position to take or which side. Okay, and so it was like, well, AOC's for the ban, and it just triggered me. And again, this person, I don't know if they're watching. I apologize, dude. I'm not hating on you. It just triggered me because I'm like, what do you mean? I don't care if AOC supports it. If she supports it, dumb. I mean, AOC is a person, a human being who has positions and she has influence. She certainly is strong. You know, she leans progressive on many views and we align. But just because she's aligned with something doesn't mean I rubber stamp it. I don't give a shit, especially when it comes to tech. I'm going to be a snob, hold myself up high because I spent the majority of my life working in tech. So I get to stand on a fucking mountain saying, I know some shit. And so when these people go to Congress and they're talking about banning technology, God, it pains me. So back to the core of what I'm saying. The kind of driving point I want to make today is the whole thing that frustrates the fuck out of me. I'm using F bombs. It frustrates me. I do not care where an idea comes from. I really don't. I promise you, I could give a shit. If Heritage Foundation, which is a think tank for conservatives, they crank out that hard right fucking family values bullshit that Republicans love. Sorry if you love that shit. That's great, great, great. If they came up with some healthcare policy that made sense, I would try it. Now, why do I pick healthcare and why do I pick the Heritage Foundation? And why do I say, hey, I would try it? Because if you look at what Obama did in 2008 when he passed the fucking Obamacare, one of the main kind of proponent or mechanisms in there to make it work to lower costs was to mandate that people buy insurance. So you mandate. Of course, when that went to law, that was the one point that Republicans argued. Oh, the mandate, you can't make it. I'm American. I'm American. I can't. I got my freedom. I don't want to be a group. I'm a freedom. I'm rugged individuals. I don't need to fucking spread the risk of fucking medical bills for a large population. Do it myself, right? That's the fucking dumbass shit they came up with. But the reason I'm picking that issue is because that fucking came from the Heritage Foundation. That specific mechanism was something that came out of a study at the Heritage Foundation that this is the way that we can kind of get more coverage for folks, mandate coverage, also provide a marketplace for them. Not everything was the same. And if you're a healthcare nut and you know I'm kind of fudging and moving around a little bit with some of the reality of it, I am, but it's still generally true. There was a lot of ideas that came from the Heritage Foundation that were put into Obamacare. Obama smartly knew, like, I was screaming, fucking get that left wing public option in there, make universal healthcare industry be damned. Of course, he was like walking the line, walking the fine line of trying to be, all right, we're going to serve everybody. Good old Obama trying to serve everybody. I was not happy with that. I wanted him to fucking say, fuck insurance companies, go for it. But he toed the line. He went in the middle, and one of the concessions was like, "All right, we're going to take some ideas from this think tank and implement them." But every single one of those became bad once they were implemented because it wasn't really about getting universal health care. It was about protecting the interests of the insurance company. So anything that offsets coverage is going to be quickly thwarted. I know I'm way off on a tangent. Think about what they did to Obamacare. They're like, oh, I remember I was self-employed. I had it. I was like, oh wow, it was fucking cheap as hell. And then as soon as the driving forces that are trying to rip it down came in, they had to raise premiums. They had to do these. They had to do this. People say, well, that was the implication of the law. I fucking want to do a whole session, a whole year on that, a whole year on the dumbass shit that people were saying when they were trying to pass Obamacare. People that no arms and limbs and fucking cancer talking about, I don't want health care for everyone. I mean, dumbass shit. I swear I have screenshots. But I bring that point up because it was one of those items where I feel like Obama said, you know what? I'm not going to get left wing people happy. I'm not going to get right wing people happy. So I'll take this idea. And the ideas, some of them came from conservatives. And they packaged it up and put it in Obamacare. Obamacare wasn't some left wing dream. Hardly, far from it. It was a concession, a whole concession, a lay down. Many progressives felt he fucking just like, I'm done with Obama after he pulled that shit. So the idea that Obamacare was some left wing fucking contraption is horseshit. It wouldn't work in some of the other countries that have universal health care because they don't even have a thing called, I know I'm off tangent, but the healthcare thing's another trigger, folks. Another trigger. It's like, what the fuck? These are humans. Let's get everybody care. There's a finance thing to it too. We got, oh, you don't have any money, die. Oh, fuck. Anyway. But I bring that issue up because it's one of those places where I was so frustrated with Obama because he conceded on so much shit. And I'm not just I wasn't I was a Republican before that. So I'm not just talking about, oh, I was dreams of left wing utopia. It was, dude, come on, do the right thing here. The data says this. Don't concede to the morons. Don't concede to the morons on this side. But he would toe the line and go in the middle. But, a couple sessions, if you watched a couple videos before where I talked about accidental bipartisanship, maybe this leans into that topic a little bit. But the truth is, there has to be concessions to make things get done. And the idea that one party might have a concession, all of a sudden that's a loss for that party, blows my mind. So I'm coming at it from the angle of the negative because I feel like, look, parties are going to take advantage of, there's usually a celebratory moment when they do bipartisanship and when everyone loves it. But typically it becomes these senators are doing things for their own survival as well. And so while the position that I have is the correct one on TikTok, don't even fucking get me started on the wrong one. Because if it's not, don't ban TikTok, then it's wrong. I don't care if you're grouchy, you don't like it, you want them to get off your. There's so much junk on there. Kids are on there. I don't care. Don't get your phone. You have to phone. You don't even have to install the app. You have to fucking go and search that shit out. You have to go and search it out. So why are you banning something? Some people can search it out. Like, it's not like the idea that you're actually pulling an app from the App Store. I'm just gonna go into every single application that goes in the App Store has to go through data requirements or declarations, what data they're gonna capture. Go look Go look at the data capture in the App Store for Facebook. Go look at any other app, through any other American corporation. Significantly more trackable data. Oh, well, they're American country companies. They're not. So now you're pro government owning your shit, right? I mean, it's so inconsistent that it just drives me nuts. So this is why when someone says, "Hey, bringing it back, hey, well, isn't AOC for the ban?" I just was like, "No, I don't care. There's that doesn't matter. If Jesus Christ himself, who, as you know, I'm not a Christian. I'm not a. I don't profess to be a Christian. I profess no belief in anything. I feel like we're dead. It's over, and I'm fine with that. You don't need to pray. You can if you want, if that makes you happy. But I'm very, very content with my beliefs. But if that man who is held to highest esteem came down and I watched him come down, I'm like, holy shit, it's real. And he came down and he stated that the TikTok ban was blessed by God, I would fight him. I would fight him. I would say, Pontius Pilate, I need you. This man needs to die. Now you're all fucking crying and screaming sacrilege. My point is, like, it doesn't matter if Jesus Christ himself said the ban is good. It's not. It doesn't make any sense. You know what? Let's just take it a step further. Capitalism lost. The free marketplace of ideas and a foreign competitor puts something out there that's just whipping up the kids into a frenzy, and we can't compete. That's you, Meta. You can't compete. You can't compete. I'll say it here, and I'm already dealing with Facebook shitting on me all over the place, and I don't. I'm nobody. They're not gonna work hard to shut me down. Let's hope not. I'm a little guy with a fucking little small reach following. Yeah, I fucked up their network by unfollowing people. Sorry. They're probably mad at me because all their tracking got off my little tiny network. I mean, who am I? I'm a little drop in a bucket of billions. But the truth is that at this point, it definitely feels as if I'm kind of limited to where I can go, and so I'm going to continue to say it. Facebook is inferior in all ways to TikTok, and I'm not just. I mean, I'm happily streaming, I have lots of views, grew the Lilo the Pug on Instagram, and you're like, "Hey, what's your thing with social networks?" Dude, they're the way to connect with people. Okay, I don't fucking like it either, but this is how you connect and reach people. This is the new way. So if you're sitting there just get off the networks, I agree in some cases. I'm putting stuff out there, I'm putting content in for your eyeball. But it's superior in so many ways. In fact, what I've noticed too is Facebook's now picking up some of that juice to spice it up, and they're gamifying. They gamify very much the marketing plan. So you don't have to know anything about marketing. Just follow to a T what they tell you to do, and you will grow your network. That's all I'm doing. TikTok had that shit launched. Their creators love them. They pay high premiums. Facebook's finally stepping up. The edge detection, let's get into some technical things. The edge detection of their network, meaning they detect duplicate content immediately when it's submitted. Sure, Facebook can do that, but they don't. They allow you to throw shit into there. It doesn't care. They just want content. TikTok will kind of penalize you if you even copied somebody else's kind of vision. What that means is it's not perfect, but they have an effort to make unique content. Every single post, they would like it to be unique, not a copy of something else. They incentivize you to come up with unique, creative content. Now you can say, "Oh, the Chinese are really getting in our heads, and they got this long term plan." Fine, I'm okay with that. Whatever, you can fucking go off on crazy land tangent with no data to back it up except security, and you don't even know what security is. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. So don't come to me with the TikTok security thing. If you're grouchy and you want them to get off your lawn, I'll accept that argument, and I'll just say, "Oh, you old man, get off the lawn," or "You old lady, get off." That's fine. You can. Yeah, I have old man lawn syndrome. As I get older, I'm fucking grouchy. I'm totally taking on the old angry black man. I'm totally embraced. I can't wait till my fucking hair goes gray all up top and just let it grow, and I'll be fucking angry, yelling, screaming with white wavy hair. That's my dream. I don't know where I went with that, but I guess, like, the I just had to go off on that tangent. It just felt good. Um, my struggle is that, when it comes down to issues, it doesn't matter who comes up with the idea. I don't care. And I say that when it's bad too. So I'm not just gonna jump on the train wagon. Now, am I gonna say, "Oh, AOC, is it an issue where I'm not gonna vote for Democrats because they banned TikTok?" No, I'm not gonna stop voting. I'm not gonna that's not my issue that's gonna twist the arm to vote for the other party, which is crazy. But I will speak out about it, and I think going forward, smashing the party doesn't I know where I lean, and there just so happens there's a party that affiliates that way. But as we know from history, that party's not always gonna affiliate that way. And so my issues, how I base my issues aren't whether my team suggested it or whether my team I fucking hate that shit, my team. My team, what the fuck? It's not your team, it's actually participatory. You're actually like it's not like a football team where you're watching somebody else. You're actually on the field in this game, part of the democracy experiment. So it's like my country is fucking has two parties that try to divide us, is really the perspective and the lens you should start with. Because if you actually look at the issues that your party has and you just rubber stamp them, you're a fool. You will be taken advantage of. I don't care if you're a Democrat, and I don't care if you're a Republican. Now, I'm going to offer you the only thing that brings me solace. I feel like if you close your eyes, you're gonna get fucked less by the Democrats. I'm not saying you're not gonna get smashed in the head and punched in the face. It's just not gonna come from behind and surprise you. Now, I'm not now getting explicit. I'm just saying both parties are gonna do something. I've just decided that I can probably take the ass whooping the Democrats up are gonna give me, and not the barbed wire fucking that these Republicans do constantly. Now, I know mom, pa, God rest your soul, Pastor Larry, and everybody else out there, I haven't done you justice with my vulgarity today. But it's so important that you don't blindly follow along with the fucking party bullshit because everyone does it. I do it. And I had to check myself really quick today to say it doesn't matter. The person that's in AOC, God bless her, has a college degree. She has no idea about that. I don't care how many sessions she sits on that are most likely lobbyists painting her a picture from their perspective and not what reality is and how things should work. I don't trust I I can't think of anyone in Congress that I'm like, yeah, that person knows what the fuck's going on with tech. None of them. I mean, they don't have time. It's unless maybe there's some software engineers in there. Maybe someone should send me a link and say, "Hey, there's a couple of software engineers. They know what they're talking about," or PhD. And if you say PhD in chemistry or some bullshit, I'm just saying no. I don't even like people in my domain. I actually had a whole thing about that today. Like my domain's computer science. It's so shitty because we don't have apprenticeship. We need kind of the old guild mechanism. I could go off on that shit. We have geniuses rewriting frameworks and thinking they're fucking geniuses. And I'm sitting back going, that was done already, genius. Why don't you use your genius for something else? So I'm telling you from somebody who was critical of their own domain. I'm not saying we're the smartest people in the world. I'm just saying, like, I believe that you need somebody in there in tech, especially with these companies running wild and just aggregating all this bullshit. You got to have somebody in there. Now, Republicans smartly but stupidly have their eye on the right ball, meaning they're pointing or the right direction, saying, "Hey, look, big tech, they're they're banning our speech. Your speech is stupid, and algorithms are going to always continually give you a hard time with your dumbass posts, okay? Because it's fucking bullshit. That will be another session. I spent today just going through. I want to do the show, but every time I go to do it, I just stop. But I want to just show you the feed that I get when it's just a default. Here, you don't have any interest. Here's what we want you to start liking. Total, like I feel like I'm watching the 6 o'clock local news. Like after about an hour, I'm racist. I mean, seriously, like after like 2 or 3 nights of local news, I'm racist, and I feel the same way with my Facebook feed. I'm like, oh, got to shower. It's like I'm just looking and I do the dumb shit. I go through and check to see who it is and what the publish is and yada yada. So I'm a little bit obsessive about it because I like to find the gems of ooh, 5 companies running these pages, all have 1 million followers. Ooh, it's all posting the same in different geographic areas. Just crazy shit that you see on Facebook. All that being said, it's hard to get what's real and what's not. And so when the TikTok ban came out, You have both sides spewing out what their position is, and you have someone like myself who's saying, "Well, you just wanna monetize, you just wanna grow your I I literally am excited about TikTok now that I'm on it, but that wasn't my incentive. I said the ban before I got on TikTok, actually. But I didn't realize how superior TikTok was in every single way to the networks that we have. The one defect is that the app does sometimes they need to up their servers. There's a couple times where I get 404s, which would be like, "Come on, guys, give me something better than a 404." I imagine look, I don't know what TikTok is. I'm not a TikTok fanboy or like I don't have any skin in the game other than I do love the fact that the network is organic and you can still grow it. So I am biased. You can look at me through a bias, say, Nate, you're biased. You're just a guy that's trying to be a creator and get some flow and you're pissed off because they're sure, fine. But let's take away all that and I'm fine. I stop creating tomorrow other than falling down on my promise from you. I'm fine. I'll live a great life. I stop creating. My position is not gonna change. Those fucking people banning something when as soon as I hear banning, I'm like, okay, eh. Is this human will that you're trying to are you putting a morality plan on somebody? And the security thing is just we got bit by the Patriot Act, guys. Come on, come on. We got bit by the Iraq War. The whole bullshit. I mean, if you were alive during that time, it was like nothing but there's a massive weapons of mass destruction. Blah, blah. And then after 9/11 happened, we had I mean, it was like fucking 10 years of just like bullshit, 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 lie, 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 lie. Terrorist act, more lies, more bullshit, more conspiracy theories blowing up because they don't have any answers. We go in the wrong country. I mean, the fuck. So you're the adult in the room. That's how I'm going to wrap this. You're the adult in the room. You don't have to rely on your team to tell you what to think. You don't have to you don't have to rely on Democrats or Republicans to make your decision. Think about what is best for you. Really, not just because, hey, taxes. You don't want to pay taxes and you make 65 grand. Sorry, bro. That's just the weirdest thing to simp for. Like, I know your handshake is feminine. I'm sorry. I know it. If that's how you think. Anyway, I know that was a sexist joke, and women's handshakes are magnificent. It's just weird when a man shakes like with like maybe like a person that doesn't have a strong handshake. I'm not gonna get out of this hole. I don't care. I dug it. I'm gonna stay in it. Back to the core issue, and that is team. Look, we have a team when it comes to voting, and we all pick Democrat, Republican, or some of us think we're really wise and stand on the sidelines like Pontius Pilates, and we call ourselves libertarians. But any way you slice it, no matter where you want to categorize yourself, don't rubber stamp their policies. Don't rubber stamp every single fucking thing that they have and start thinking about why do they want to ban TikTok? Like, who is it? Who has enough power to say, I want to ban Facebook? We'd all love to get rid of Facebook. How is that not getting banned? Well, maybe they're the banners. Maybe they're the banners. Do you ever think that? They're the banners. The banners are cool with getting banned because then they get the people that have to leave the banned software. It's fucking simple. All right. Definitely, I started this whole podcast trying to say and suggest that I would try to be a little bit more creative with my language and my word choices and not just drop down into low guttural fucks. But sometimes the fucks are really what gets me going, and sometimes the fucks feel real good, as we all know. And so I'm going to let it fly. And especially when it comes to things that, you have the arguments that are in the ether are completely dead. And so I don't really know how to break them down when somebody says, well, it's national security. Well, then explain to me what you mean by that. And then they don't know. So I'm not going to I just can't roll with that. I can't roll with that anymore. You shouldn't roll with that either. Question your feed. Question the shit I'm telling you. Fucking fact check my ass. I don't care. But do something like don't wait for someone to force feed you what you're supposed to do and think. Remember what I was talking about yesterday? I'm gonna wrap this. I want them fucking you have a kid, he's out of control and he doesn't know what to do with himself. I want him to make memes. I can train him, I can fucking shape him up, ship her out, whatever their fucking gender is, I will fix them because they just need someone that says, you know what? ignore all these fucking adults. They're insane. Do what do you really like? What would blow your mind if you could accomplish? And fucking break their mind. What the fuck are you guys doing out there anyway with your fucking kids? Jesus. Oh, I almost get fucking rage angry when I think about the universe decided not to give me children, which is fine. I come to it. But not only would I have made a magnificent father, I have to watch all these dumb motherfuckers training their kids and we gotta be on TikTok because I know you give your kid the fucking phone when they're at the table because you can't talk to them, so they're just at their phone, watching their phone. I, it's just ugh. So I get to I get to be a libertarian when it comes to child raising. I get to sit on the sidelines and say, "I told you so." I would have done that, you dumbass fuck. And so whatever. That's what I do. All right, listen, I'm really going nuts with the Fs. Thanks for listening, guys and gals and people and days and we's and all of us. Listen, I'm serious when I say I'm excited. I've been telling you about these challenges with Facebook. They are, I look at it like fucking, they're just like the system trying to fucking knock me around a little bit. So I just keep on going. It doesn't matter. I'm still growing. And I posted a couple videos of the growth. It's like ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. Now, of course, it's a small period. You always get this little excitement bump that keeps you going like, wow, 3,000%. Well, 3,000% of zero is fucking, it's going to be a lot. But it's good, folks. It's good, and I love it, and I know it. I can feel it, and I know people like want to hate it. They just want to keep on scrolling or unfollow, and sometimes they do, and I can see when they do, and it's okay because like the reach is growing, and I'm definitely feeling the momentum in a different way than before. And not only that, I've been watching my videos, definitely get better at. I say essentially too much. I say basically too much. Couple quirks with my gaps and so forth. My cadence could be slowed down, my temperament could be better. But these are all things I'm working on. I'm very happy with it. And I'm saying it out loud because I'm very critical myself. So I'm going to publicly say, Nate, good job. Being consistent. You've shown up every night. I'm excited about it. I think people are responding to it. I appreciate it. I'm going to do the last ask. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Look, I get one or two comments from somebody. It's great. If you want to just say, hey, good job, or if you want to message, you don't like it because your job, or if you don't want to say anything, you know what you can do? You can watch a video or share it to somebody that maybe won't say that you watched it. Share it with somebody secretly, privately. I know a lot of people can't really tell you, and maybe you get grossly entertained with watching me in some cases, and maybe uh, your own anger, or maybe you can kind of funnel your frustration, or maybe you look at it and say, "Ah, I feel what he's saying." But either way, I'm doing this, so why don't you just pass it along or share it or whatever? Because more and more and longer I do this, the more and more the chances somebody's going to hear about it already. So why not just be the first one to tell them? Yo, I knew about him before. Yo, I knew about that guy before. Yo, I fall asleep because I can't listen. I can't sleep. Look, I know it's weird. But that's the kind of fandom I need. Just a little tiny fringe fandom, not stalker level, but close, and to make me scared, but enough that they'll fucking throw down for me. All jokes aside, I really appreciate it, and it does feel like I have that kind of fan base in a way. And it's small, and I know you're really off on delusions of grandeur, but it does feel like people support the cause, even with their just little gestures or nod, or I'll see somebody out and they'll say, "Hey, nice show," or they'll say, "Yeah, I haven't been able to watch." But the fact that they know about it, when someone says, "Hey, I haven't been able to watch the show," and they just come up to me, I'm like, "Oh, wow, okay, cool. Actually, good marketing. They know about the show. They just haven't had time to watch it. I don't have time to watch shit either." All right, I'm gonna wrap, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Remember, the core tonight. You got to remember is don't rubber stamp your team. Don't rubber stamp anything. Question everything. Start looking at things differently. It'll work out better for you and me. That's all I got. Make sure you. Oh, by the way, it's Thursday. So I'll see you guys Monday. There is the after hours show coming, and I need to reach out to my folks. They're probably thinking I forgot. I'm going to jam it in like I do at the last minute, but that'll be a show that's going to be a little bit different. I've got guests lined up. So if you're a guest, you're watching, like, where the fuck are you? I know when your date is. I know how things work with Nate Bomber. He works to the last minute. You'll be fine. I like to build the pressure. But stay tuned. Again, 4 views on my last video on YouTube. Amazing. If we can get the 5 videos, 5 views a video, I will be so ecstatic. I'm not kidding. I'm not patronizing. I'm saying if we get 5 views on each YouTube video, it's pumping. So come back tomorrow or on Monday. I'm going to spice it up. I'm going to promise you next week I'm going to add all the juicy bits that I didn't add this week because I was trying to be disciplined. I'm going to add them next week. So stay tuned. Have a great weekend. Be safe. And remember, question everything, please. Please question everything.